What up, what up, what up, people? It's your boy. I'm back. Yeah, I haven't done a video in a while, and I see I've been losing a lot of video views. I haven't getting a lot of video views lately. So, thought I'd come back and make one. We're going to talk about politics and Trump and this country. You know, I don't really get into that too much, but when I do, I talk about it. For the last 10 to 20 years, there's been ongoing issues with mass shootings. I'm going to say the last 20 years. Mass shootings and officer involved shootings. It's getting worse. It has gotten worse over the last 20 years. And I hear a lot of politicians say or talk about gun laws, how we need to enforce more gun laws, restrict this, restrict that, do this, do that. Some things have been implemented in certain cities, counties, throughout the country. And somehow, some way, people, and you notice how I say that, I'm not pointing at no color, no particular race or male, female, no particular gender, race, whatever. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying people find a way to get their hands on guns that they can hold in their hand and shoot and kill people. Yes, the person holding the gun that can kill people. We already know what a gun can do, but and there's a lot of opinions that I could have or say, or people would have to say what we can do or what we should do to try to solve this. And some may be right, some may be wrong. Some people agree with them, some people won't. But it's just sad and tragic that no real solutions have been met. And we continue to have a lot of school shootings or mass shootings. Now, we haven't had really none lately in a while, maybe because other things have been going on, like the coronavirus. And we haven't had police officer involved shooting. But I just heard on the news today that a police officer shot one of his friends on a hunting trip. But anyway, in a lot of cases of the police officer involved shootings, I think that a lot of those situations of the police officer involved shootings can be prevented, especially when they involve someone of color or a woman or whoever. Because a police officer, for one, doesn't know what he's getting into when he's pulling someone over. And there are cases where that person, and you notice I'm not saying race or gender or anything like that. I'm just saying that person pull out a gun and just start shooting at the police officer. And in some cases we never know, or a lot of cases we never know the reasons why that person shot a police officer. Because some of that can be suicide by a cop. And a lot of cases, when a cop pull over a black person, the black person wants to move around, wants to fight and do this and do that, and get agitated and reach for a gun. I'm not condoning what these police officers do when it comes to that, grabbing somebody, beating them up, and doing. I'm not condoning that. So let me stress that. I'm not condoning that. But once again, you have to remember, these police officers are going to do whatever they want to do when it comes to dealing with minorities. and that's sad. Now, if we just get on the ground and cooperate and listen, then let them do what they go do, because they're pretty sure there's someone shooting a video. The video will may or less come out to show, hey, they were too aggressive with you or certain things. But also too, this whole situation needs to be fixed. It does. I mean, because you got police officers that do things and no one wants to tell. No one wants to say anything. That blue code, that blue shield that they have, that blue whatever. No one wants to turn in other officers because now those police officers come up to them. I just saw that on the episode of Chicago PD 2 weeks ago. And, now you look at, okay, these officers are against him because he decided to stand up. And he happens to be a black officer. So that's another story. But this whole thing is just crazy. When it comes to police officer involved shooting at black people, getting beat up and shot and killed, and or mass shootings, we need to find a better way to how to deal with it. We need to because I don't think passing more laws will solve anything. Yeah, we need laws. Of course, we need laws, but it's like these guys don't care about the laws when they're doing this crime. They're just going to do it. So we have to be aware of what's going on, what's going down. It's this world is crazy. This world is full of anger, full of hatred, and we need to find a way to deal with that. We got to find a way to control our anger, to release our anger in a different way instead of on one another and using violence as a way to suppress that anger, or a way to deal with our anger. A lot of senseless people die for no reason, and I think it's crazy how a lot of things go down with when in these situations, how we now look at the police different. As soon as you cop pull you over, you want to say fuck the police and do this and do that. What the hell y'all want? You cussing them out. And a lot of these officers do their job. They're the good officers. It's just unfortunate there are some bad apples. No matter where you go, there are some bad apples. And I'm sure a lot of police officers will agree with that. There are some bad apples. And, so we just have to find a way to deal with that better. I think more prosecution of police officers to come and giving them lengthy jail times and not just firing them with nothing on the record, they can get a job somewhere else. Because there are some officers that get fired and they're able to get a police officer job somewhere else, and then able to do the same thing, or they just kind of calm it down, So it's just, we need to find better ways to do certain things, find better ways to handle it. We just gotta work together as one, to help it be better. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are deterred from being a police officer now because of what's going on. And a lot of people, we need police officers on the street to help keep law and order. We don't want to become a militarized state, where we don't have enough police officers and the feds take over. So we have to be able to have police officers on our streets to help combat crime. And also, too, we as people, we need to work together with the police to combat gang violence as well. Because, when there's gang members doing things they shouldn't be doing, you need to turn their asses in. I'm not condoning gang violence, And I'm not condoning you hiding them either and saying they didn't do nothing wrong, when they have done something wrong. So it's just interesting how we do things and how we always want to say fuck the police, and you're right along with doing criminal activity. So that's all I have to say to that. Hopefully we can do better. Subscribe to my channel, like it, share it, comment. Let me know what you think.